This month I started studying a little bit about the most famous paintings and their painters, and I found out a very interesting pattern. Most of the greatest paintings in history were rejected at first. They were either considered to be rude or strange to the general public. La Primavera, painted by Botticelli, for example, was unknown by the public for over 400 years. Several years later, though, people started to realize that those paintings were great masterpieces, and then they started to value it. They started to see their mystery and their beauty. Another pattern I found out was the hard work those painters devoted to their masterpieces. They would paint on huge canvases, and they would sketch over and over again, even before they started to paint. They would isolate from society and stay at home for several months, sometimes even years, until they could finally finish it. Unfortunately, many of them died in poverty, and some of them were not even considered as artists at that time. Many of the greatest painters in history were only famous after their death. It's like human nature doesn't recognize what's right in front of us, and we only start to value things and people after we have already lost them. But the good news is that nowadays we have huge collections preserved in our museums, so that we can all see and appreciate our greatest paintings in history.